An opportunity presented itself to acquire 100% interest in this very significant, it's about 57 square kilometer project in Idaho, USA. And as you mentioned, it's immediately adjacent to Perpetua Resources. Perpetua is going to be producing about 450,000 ounces of gold a year.
Resolution Minerals is now set to acquire the Horse Heaven project, a highly prospective antimony gold tungsten project in central Idaho. Joining me to dig into this is the company's CEO, Craig Lindsay. Craig, great to have you here with us today. Horse Heaven is in a prime location. It's adjacent to one of the largest gold antimony projects in the US. How big is this for the company?
Well, it's a very, very significant step forward for Resolution Minerals and its development. If you look at what the company has done over the past couple of months, it's acquired some antimony and gold projects in Australia. It's got a real focus on critical metals, and an opportunity presented itself to acquire 100% interest in this very significant, it's about 57 square kilometer project in Idaho, USA. And as you mentioned, it's immediately adjacent to Perpetua Resources. Perpetua is going to be producing about 450,000 ounces of gold a year, and it's going to supply about 30 to 35% of the United States antimony requirements. So we're in a very, very good postal code. We're going to benefit quite a bit from the infrastructure that's being built at the stibnite mine. There's going to be a high voltage power line right across our project, and a new road is being built into the stibnite mine that runs right along the southern end of our project. I think just as importantly, from a geologic perspective, what's exciting about the Horse Heaven project is it's actually produced historically tungsten, it's produced antimony, and it's produced gold. All of these have been on a relatively small scale, but the fact that where there's smoke, there's fire is very, very exciting from a development perspective. More recently, the project has been drilled for shallow oxide gold. And what's interesting is that the two drill programs, modern day drill programs that have been conducted at Horse Heaven, have all been very shallow drilling. So the deepest holes have only been 500 feet, so about 150 meters in length, and really have only gone down about 350 feet because they've been drilled on angles. And the historic drilling has always stopped right when the oxide sulfide boundary has been met. And one of the things we're going to be doing is both stepping out on the known mineralization, the near surface oxide mineralization, but we're also going to be drilling underneath into the sulfides, where you get some of the best grades at our neighbor to the east at the stibnite mine.
And Craig, preliminary drilling results and rock chip samples from Horse Heaven have returned some great results. Can you walk us through the top three highlights?
Yeah, well, from a gold perspective, and this is just a one very, very small target at the Horse Heaven project. It's called the Golden Gate target. Three kind of, I guess, top holes that we've had out there. 36 meters of 1.5 grams. We've had 71 meters of about 1.4 grams per ton, and close to 60 meters at over 1 gram per ton. And this is all oxide, shallow, open pit heap leach mineralization. And then you get some great hits out there. We've got silver out there that's run over almost 400 grams per ton. And we've got antimony results from rock chip sampling that have been up in the 19% range. So some really, really very strong numbers. Gold alone, this story has very, very significant growth potential. But just given where we're at in the development of the United States and their big, big focus on critical metals, what really gets us excited is the antimony and the tungsten that we're going to be targeting. And I wanted to point out the historic drilling that's been done there. Even though it's produced historically in the First and the Second World War, the drilling that's been conducted more recently has never measured for antimony and tungsten. So we're very, very excited about what lies ahead from a drilling perspective.
And Craig, this is quite an exciting time for the company. There's quite a bit happening as the month of June kind of progresses. What can investors expect over the coming weeks and potentially for the rest of the year?
Well, we've actually had guys out on the project this past week doing some preliminary logistical work in advance of a drill program where this year we'd like to do about 20 holes. We'd like to do about 6,000 meters of drilling. It'll be a combination of core drilling and RC drilling. So we're going to get some news out in the fall with drilling. We're very excited about that. It's just, yeah, I think this has the potential to be really a transformational asset for Resolution. So very excited to be involved with this group of people and sharing this story with investors down in Australia who seem to have a pretty high level of comfort investing in the US. And when you've got all of this government money that's flowing into critical metals, we think we're in the right place at the right time, and there's just a whole lot of exciting runway in front of us.
It is indeed. Thank you so much for the update, Craig Lindsay.
I really appreciate you taking the time.